Hey, my name is John McMahon, and this is Lindsay Grising, and we're part of an organization called Students for Sudan that's done some work at the University of Denver over the past year and a half to do what we can to try to change the genocide that's occurring in Darfur right now. Today we're going to be here to talk about that genocide and also China's role in perpetuating it.
Right, so I'm just going to give you guys a little background on what's going on in Sudan. Atrocities have been occurring in the Darfur region of Sudan, which is in the western side, bordering Chad. And those atrocities have been occurring since February in 2003. So far, people estimate that more than 200,000 people have been murdered and that more than 2.5 million are displaced. The tactics used by the Janjaweed militia, which are supported by the government of Sudan, include rape, slaughter, burning of villages, and starvation. And the U.S. government as well as President Bush have both recognized what's going on in Darfur as genocide, which is the first time in history that a genocide has actually been termed genocide while the atrocities are still ongoing. So this is really a historic opportunity for everyone to be able to make change before it's too late. And John's going to talk a little bit about how China is complicit in the atrocities there.
And really, ultimately, China is Sudan's biggest protector and perhaps its biggest enabler in the international community of the genocide that's occurring there. And this relationship's seen in multiple ways. You see it diplomatically. In the United Nations Security Council, China acted as Sudan's protector, threatening to veto a bill that would allow peacekeepers into Darfur for over a year before they finally allowed it to pass this past July. However, while there is a peacekeeping force in Darfur right now, it lacks the necessary personnel and materials, and China is just simply allowing this to occur without saying anything. Regarding foreign investment and aid in Sudan, China has written off over $80 million of debt that is owed to it by Sudan and provided over $10 million in interest-free loans to the Sudanese government. China is the largest foreign investor in Sudan, especially the China National Petroleum Corporation, and that's the largest single stakeholder in Sudan's largest oil development firm. The relationship regarding oil and the rest of the energy sector is particularly troubling. We see that China is the single largest player in the Sudanese oil industry. They're involved in development, extraction, and acquisition of Sudanese oil. The Sudan Divestment Task Force reports that over 70% of oil revenues in Sudan go directly to the country's military, which is complicit in the genocide there, and China is the largest buyer of oil from Sudan. More broadly, China is Sudan's largest trading partner, accounting for over 70% of global exports from Sudan. And finally, China is a direct supplier of arms and weapons to Sudan, as well as related technology and engineering. And now, Lindsay, you'd like to talk a little bit about what we've been working on and what you all can do to try to change the situation.
So Students for Sudan at DU took a cue from an organization called Dream for Darfur, which the website is dreamfordarfur.org. You guys should all check it out because it has some good ideas. And we are hoping that by targeting sponsors of the Olympic Games, that we can get those sponsors to use the power that they have over China for good and to get China to change its policies towards Sudan. So last month we successfully got 100 students on our DU campus to sign letters that we sent to Anheuser-Busch, which was the company that we chose to target for that month. And we also got those 100 students to agree that they wouldn't buy Anheuser-Busch products until the Olympic Games or until Anheuser-Busch changed its policies. So we are targeting a company per month, and we hope to target McDonald's and NBC, and we're just letting them know that by their relationship that they have with China as a sponsor of the Olympic Games, they have this immense financial power to be able to make change happen in Darfur, and that by not doing anything, they're actually complicit in these genocides that are going on there. So what you guys can do as individuals is hop on the website and look at the different companies and kind of decide how you want to play a role. Write a letter to any of the sponsors of the Olympic Games. They have pre-made letters on the website, so you just type in your information and it's really easy. And John can talk a little bit about divestment.
And another important issue to deal with is divestment, which is taking money out of companies that operate in Sudan that have a direct relationship with the government and don't benefit any civilians. And one way that you can do this is to go to SudanDivestment.org. There's an investment tracking tool where you can see if any mutual funds or any other investments that you have are invested in companies that are these worst offending companies in Darfur. As poor college students, Lindsay and I have no investments to check, but we encourage you all to do this. And furthermore, this has been successful. There's a lot of companies that have directly left doing business in Sudan as a result of divestment, and over 24 states and 59 universities have divested, including the University of Denver, which is a campaign Lindsay and I have worked on, also CU and CSU. So that's a really good way to get involved. And so that's it for us, and we hope that you have a wonderful day and get to learn a lot and get involved to change the situation in Darfur. Thank you.